Today I'm going to be breaking down the top 3 strategies you can use at Townhall 11 to 3-star any base in hard mode. So the first army we are going to be jumping in to take a look at is going to be Zap Dragons. Now this is probably one of the strongest strategies at most of the lower town halls, and we're typically going to see it all the way throughout without too many things changing, but let's jump straight into it and we'll break this one down. So the first thing to keep in mind is you're going to need 3 earthquake spells and 6 lightning spells. We're going to use 1 earthquake and 2 lightning per air defense. We technically could take down all of the air defenses because we of course have the spell space we can bring in the clan castle, but on this particular example we're just going to zap out 3 of them and then directly attack into the 4th using a rage, a poison and a freeze. So let's jump straight into it. The first thing we are going to be doing is dropping down the earthquake spells. So you'll see 1, 2 and 3. We're then going to be using those lightning spells. Now it's important to remember to get maximum value from those lightnings. You'll see we're actually using the lightnings in the middle of all 4 of these buildings rather than directly on the air defense. We're going to focus our lightning power on multiple buildings because it does do splash damage. So we're going to make sure we get as much damage on as many buildings as possible, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to attack directly into that 4th air defense. Baby Dragon going to come in over here just to start off that funnel. We're then going to use our king and our queen on the opposite side. You'll see over here to that left hand side to start creating the funnel over there, and then it's as simple as spamming in our dragons. Here they come, and these are going to come in with a stone slammer. Now we're actually going into an air sweeper on this particular example, but that's not the end of the world because those dragons and balloons and everything are raged up from our Grand Warden, who is carrying the Rage Vial, and that means they're actually going to be increased DPS and their speed will be increased as well. And it means we can easily fire through. You'll see it's the Stone Slammer actually doing a lot of the work on this particular example. Our king and our queen, the equipments don't matter too much on this particular one. You'll actually see the queen's going to go ahead and use her giant arrow through the core of the base on this one, and we're saving our Eternal Tome slightly later than we typically tend to do in most of these style of attacks on this example because that queen was on the back end with the Grand Warden, and we had a couple of expos there as well, so we're saving it just for those really high DPS points. And you'll see we're actually going to swag a couple of spells there as well. Poison spell did go ahead and come down on the enemy clan castle troops. No matter what you're going to get on the clan castle, that poison spell is going to help you to get through them. But we're kicking off this video with one of the easiest strategies here at Townhall 11, which can triple even in hard mode. The next strategy we're going to be coming in with today is going to be another really simple one, and that is Witches. One of the easiest strategies. Basically from Townhall 9 onwards, Witches is incredibly strong, all the way up till about Townhall 13, and on this particular example we're going to be using those lightning and earthquake spells yet again, but this time we're not using them on the air defenses. So the main focus for these lightning and earthquakes is of course going to be those inferno towers. Those multi-target infernos are incredibly deadly, and you need 1 earthquake spell and 4 lightning spells in order to take them down, and you'll see we are able to clear out both of them, and that then means we have a rage spell and a poison spell to help us get through the rest of this base. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. This time we are going to see 3 golems all coming through from that top section. Use your finger to draw a line of witches in behind. Log launcher going to be the siege machine of choice, and then we're going to get our king, our queen and our Grand Warden coming in. The equipment this time, king, typical equipment. Queen, we're going to see the giant arrow yet again, and Grand Warden, we're actually going to have the fireball. Now the fireball is a really great option because it does so much damage down here at Townhall 11. We're going to completely rip out the entire core of this base, and we get a beautiful split here on our troops. You'll see we have the super wizards coming out of that siege machine, the log launcher of course in the core of the base. We then have our king and our queen with a couple of golemites and witches on that left hand side, and then we have the Grand Warden with a whole boatload of witches on that right hand side, and this base does not stand a chance. Even though we hardly have anything in the core, we only have those super wizards coming out of the log launcher. Witches are just far too strong. The multi-target Infernos are one of the strongest defenses against Witches, so if you zap them out using those lightnings and earthquake spells, the rest of the base does not stand a chance. And this one, even in hard mode, gets completely wiped out. Easy peasy, and we swag that Queen's ability. And the third and final strategy we're going to be looking at in this video is going to be Hybrid. This is one of my favourite strategies in the game. I love using Hybrid even up at Townhall 16. It just feels like a bit of a throwback, and down here at Townhall 11 it is still really strong. So the only thing you need to keep in the back of your mind when doing Hybrid, of course we're going to be doing a Queen charge, and Queen charges in hard mode can be a little bit difficult because your Queen's not going to be doing as much damage. But keep in the back of your mind, you're probably going to want to bring that frozen arrow. Now in this particular example, unfortunately, property does not have the frozen arrow, so we had to go with the archer puppet. But if you have the frozen arrow available, 100% this is the best choice when doing a Queen charge in hard mode. So keep that in the back of your mind. Use the frozen arrow if you have it. But let's jump into this one. The main focus we are going to be going in with here for our Queen charge is to take care of the multi-target Inferno. So we're going to be charging in from this left hand side. You're going to see it using a couple of baby dragons to help funnel. Super wall breaker going to be coming in. Of course, need to use that Coco Loon just to test for any of those seeking airmines, and then we're going to be bringing those healers in to keep that Queen alive for as long as possible. We're going to use one single Hog Rider to lure out that clan castle, and they are going to come over so our Queen can take them down as well. Very important you take down the enemy clan castle troops with your Queen charge, or at least your king and siege barracks, because we do not want those CC troops sitting on our hogs and miners. So let's continue pushing through this one. Queen gonna take care of that Electro Titan, and down goes that multi-target Inferno. And now we can start to think about the next portion of our attack, because our Queen right now is doing exactly what we want. We're gonna sit back and just see what direction we are going to let her go in. If she goes down, we're going to then use our siege barracks on another side. Here it comes right there. Going to come down to that bottom section of the base, because you want to make sure you're creating a very easy funnel for these hogs and miners. Rage spell going to go down on the Queen. Make sure you use that rage. As soon as you see her health starting to go down, rage her up. Keep her alive for as long as possible. Very important. And as soon as that funnel is fully created by your king and the siege barracks, you're going to then want to bring in your hogs and your miners. We're going to see the typical hero equipment coming in here with our barbarian king. However, I would say if you can get that healing tome, definitely go ahead and do so if it's available. But the life gem is going to be another great example, and the eternal tome also going to be a great fit for this one, just helping to keep those troops alive for as long as we possibly can. Rage spell, we don't need it for our Queen, so go ahead and use it on those hogs and miners and just get as much DPS done as possible. You'll see on the back end of this one, they're actually going to split off a little bit. Not the end of the world though, because we actually got a beautiful split, most of them going off taking care of that second multi-target Inferno. Even with that barbarian king on the back end doing a significant amount of damage, we have plenty of hogs, plenty of miners left up on this one. Our king even going to be swinging through as well. We have a swag freeze spell, and we have that swag Queen ability as well, so we can actually speed through the back end of this one, because we can all see this base is completely crushed with Hybrid. So this is the third and final strategy of my personal top 3 for hard mode here at Townhall 11. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, let me know down in the comments which one of these 3 strategies is your favorite and which one of them do you think you will be using. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos just like this here on the Townhall, make sure you go ahead and subscribe for more content, and leave a like on the video while you're at it. And until the next one, we'll see you later here on the Townhall.